Much of the eyes of the nation remain on Atlanta tonight after questions surround the shooting death of a 27-year-old man at the hands of police. Joining me now to talk about that, Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. All right, good evening, Congressman. In light of what just happened in Atlanta, apparently it happened last night to Rayshard Brooks. This week Congress has been considering some reforms, police reforms. Why don't you tell us what some of them are, what you think is good, what is necessary, and where we can go from here?
I'm certainly not going to defend chokeholds or lynching or no-knock warrants. If Democrats want to improve policing, they can count on the president and other Republicans to work with them toward those goals. But, Judge, what we will not tolerate are reforms that make the lives and safety of our police officers diminished in some way. For example, in the Democrat bill that they want us to vote on next week, there's a provision that would stop our local police officers from being able to get lower cost body armor. Now, I'm certainly not for militarizing the police, but I certainly think also that body armor is appropriate to keep those folks who bravely serve our communities safe. And when it comes to this terrible outcome in Atlanta, I certainly think that the shrill voices on the left who've been calling for violence against our police have blood on their hands. We need to de-escalate these tensions, and when you've got folks out there demonizing the police, they make our communities safer, they make policing less safe.
Well, the autonomous zone and some of the language that's going on in this country of rejecting America, America is the reason that America is at fault. There's so much hate coming from the left that it seems to me that people are now starting to think, it's okay to hate police. It's okay to not listen to police. And they're suffering the results of the consequences of that because police are trained to do certain things. I mean, we're trained, all of us, I was, to respect authority. That seems to be gone now.
When President Trump went to the Orlando area, he called on us to be one nation in responding to the discord that we see in our communities. Quite the opposite from many of my Democrat colleagues. The Squad and Pramila Jayapal, one of the co-chairs of the Progressive Caucus, were actually retweeting accounts that were calling for people to bring water balloons full of milk to throw and obscure people's windshields. That is an attack on people in our country. That is not something to help resolve our tensions. And I think that if we would stop the anti-police rhetoric, we would certainly improve the interactions that we have with police. One final point we see in California and in Oregon, they're taking the police out of the schools where they serve to help our children and protect them. I think it's a good thing if students have positive interactions with law enforcement early in life. That way they view this as someone who can be cooperative and helpful, and it's not an adversarial relationship.
All right. Congressman Matt Gaetz, thanks so much for being with us this evening. Kind of a shortened interview because of the news. Thank you.